Guys, we are back here, and my Skype is screwed up once again. Look at that. Kind of fixed. Maybe. Bam. There we go. Hashtag production. Guys, this is the Heroes Premier League. We have our next game getting ready. The draft is setting up as we have ESV.Wildfire versus Vexx Gaming.
I think they're doing maps still.
And doing the maps, figuring out what maps we're going to be playing on here, as we do in fact have map striking present in this tournament. What a series, man. A way to start the day. I can't believe 2Arc managed to actually get the 2-0 victory there. A nice, decisive finish in the end there. I'm just going with that, the double Odin Bloodlust with the Garden Terror. I mean, just almost everyone died. Only the Garden Terror remained, but just the sheer amount of damage they were able
I think everyone did die. I think Nova did die there at the end, but the Precision Strike plus Abathur on some minions secured the kill.
Absolutely insane. Just the sheer damage output available there.
Yeah.
You know, pretty back and forth game throughout, but once they found that opening, they knew they had that bottom keep down. They went for it. I mean, throughout the game, we saw Abathur continuing to pressure, continuing to put promote on those catapults, keeping that lane push back, and they knew that it was available for them to just run on in at the end and try to end the game. Void Prison, like I said, I don't know if it would have made a big difference if they did put it on a little bit later, stalling with it a little bit longer, because, like you said,
Next week we're just going to see an Abathur ban versus them. Like,
yeah, you know what? It seems very likely.
They play him like every single game, and
Yes.
like he controls the map. He's what gives them these options. Because to be honest, in that game number 2, they weren't winning really any team fights. Like
No.
in the early game, they were trading, but once the late game happened, they were losing every team fight. But it was the Abathur getting all that map pressure done that allowed them to have these openings to go for the keeps and the backdoors like that. So I think we're just going to start seeing Abathur bans against 2Arc.
I mean, it seems very likely that will be the case because it is working out very well for them up at this point in time.
Yeah, definitely. Every time they play, man, it's just like the craziest games. You know, we casters are people too. All right, we're gonna die from a heart attack from these low percentile games.
Oh, the
Just
1% core, like, oh, it is gonna kill us. It's actually just gonna kill us.
It's only happening to us right now too.
Notice-
2 days in a row. I can't put up with this much longer.
Notice we're both constantly, he has water bottles all over his desk. He's ready to roll. I've got a big jug of water here. If you guys want to start
Brand new
casting
one.
games, you gotta be prepared. I've got the Poland Spring gallon that just sits right here. Because when you're casting these games, you will lose your voice. We try to control it, but with games like that, definitely gets a little bit too excitable.
Yep.
In the vocal region of our body. Well, we can look at the stats here. We can see that presently ESV.Wildfire is ranked number 5. They used to be 1 in their division last season, I believe it was, and right now they're ranked number 5 and number 10 for Vexx Gaming. So a 2-0 and 1 and a 0-2-2. Now, what is the one like a forfeit? I actually don't know. So they have 2 wins.
A draw, maybe.
Maybe a draw. Maybe it was a game loss. Not too sure, but it looks like Vexx is 2-2. Yeah, I don't know the exacts here. Sorry, guys. Actually, but that's what's going on here. The draft is preparing as they continue to do their map selection process.
All right, I am getting pulled into the lobby, sir. So you
Very
can join
good.
off with me.
So that means we're gonna know the map, and the draft will be ready in just a second here.
Oh my god, Wildfire. I love them so much. I'm friends with all their players, but
Well, it looks like we're gonna be playing
lightning breath, bro.
Lightning Breath. I hope. You think we'll see it again?
Probably, yeah. If they're willing to bust out lightning breath versus SMG, then I mean, not being overly aggressive at Vexx Gaming, but if you're willing to bust it out versus SMG, you can bust it out versus anybody.
That's very true. That's a very good point to make. It looks like Game 1 is in fact going to be on Dragonshire. The draft will be starting in just a moment here.
Yep, they are first pick. Excuse me, Vex's first pick. Where is that tab that I had the draft in open? I got too many windows. Can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we are doing Vexx versus Wildfire. Alrighty. I've got my draft ready.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're getting
Casters are ready.
for the draft here. We are ready to go. Players will be prepared in just a moment, just waiting for Vexx to ready on up. Draft provided by gghero.com, and here it is. As we shift on over to the draft, it looks like Vexx will be doing the first ban based on the look. I mean, I actually don't know if that's the case, but I believe that is accurate. Yes, first ban for Vexx Gaming. It's going to be Uther in this match.
Uther. I mean, he's just like a safe, well-rounded ban. You know, if you ban Uther, that frees you up to get Arthas, Tychus, or Tassadar with your first pick, so...
That's a really good point to make. And again, when they run multiple tanks, Uther can be quite scary.
Nova ban coming up from Wildfire, not wanting to deal with that nonsense. Interesting to see because that Diablo play yesterday was wrecking Novas with that silly, crazy lightning breath. Completely consuming our ones. And we see the Tychus pick coming up from Vexx.
Yeah, Tychus just a very, safe pick. I actually like the ban out on Nova, not wanting to have to worry about her in this match here.
That's our Rhaegar. Both pretty solid picks. I'm interested at the... I mean, Tassadar, obviously. But the really quick Rhaegar... Okay, I know why they're doing it. So, like, yesterday,
I mean,
SMG banned Rhaegar versus them because of how good on him with those Ancestral healings.
This is almost like... I think it's more of a deny on Tassadar because they want Tassadar and Rhaegar, and they're just going to go for tanky heroes after this. Based on what we've seen from Wildfire, we're going to see the Diablo, Anubarak, or something, whatever they have available. Stitches, Arthas, Anub, Diablo, all are still available in this match. Obviously, Arthas can be picked up here for Vexx Gaming. No big surprise, and Vala as well. Okay. I mean,
really quick Vala pick. That's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, yeah.
The fall stat on the table. I mean, Vala's still a great hero. We saw that yesterday from SMG, but most teams prioritize fall stat over Vala.
It'll be interesting to see what Wildfire wants to do here. Now, I do expect to see them pick up 2 tanks for these next 2 picks here, but we'll see. Diablo, we saw the Lightning Breath work out relatively well for their Poom. Does he want to create a legacy for himself here?
They're thinking about it. They're like, you know what? Zoe yesterday, he threw a fit over Lightning Breath. Let's put him through it 2 days in a row. We'll have to see what they're going to pick.
This isn't.
They have their support. They have the good damage. I mean,
yes, they do. But it's
I'm thinking like Diablo Stitches, and then save Chen or a Noob for last. It just depends on how much priority they put into a Noob right now. Over the Stitches.
I feel like they would want to grab... Ooh. Okay, so we're seeing a different team today. We're seeing a different composition, a different style coming out of Wildfire. They're playing against Vexx, and they're going to handle Vexx a little bit differently. Looks like they might have prepared that triple tank composition specifically for SMG. And just showing that they do have, a lot more diversity than just that one composition they were running yesterday. Going to see something new, which is really cool, and we actually see Chen on Vexx and Malfurion. All right, so that's going to be their support here. Uther was, in fact, banned out. Malfurion having a lot of healing. I really do think we'll see Tranquility here. Twilight Dream is actually quite popular in the North American scene, but Tranquility actually maintains a lot of popularity in the Asia meta. And now Vexx is not an Asian team, but I do think it makes a lot of sense with this composition. And rounding out with Stitches as their tank. Well,
yeah,
I
mean, this is a pretty solid team.
Yeah, pretty standard compositions.
Nothing a lot of damage, great healing. Well, we will be seeing Ancestral. This isn't really the best Bloodlust comp.
Yes.
I mean, you do get Seasoned Marksman on Falsehead. Most players do nowadays, but unless you do go Bribe. What map is it? It is Dragon Chair. I mean, you can go Bribe, but most people getting Seasoned Marksman, so the auto attacks are good, but he's more of a caster base, so I mean, Bloodlust does work for him and does work for Archon as well, obviously, but super tanky squad. 3 heroes that are going to be hard to kill, just based off health pool alone with Archon and then Tyrael Stitches, so I wouldn't be shocked if we saw Ancestral, especially after yesterday, man. I couldn't let anyone die.
Guys, I officially have, I hate to derail this, but my roommate just brought me a pizza and put it on the chair next to me, so I have the hardest cast ever because he opened the lid and I have the scent of pizza just flowing into my nostrils. But yes, the game is underway, guys. This is going to be game number 1 between Wildfire and Vexx Gaming as we prepare it right here. The game is going to be starting in just a second. Dragonshire for the first map. And the second map, we do know as well it's going to be Garden of Terror. Game 3, I don't actually have the selection quite yet, but we know that this will be going to Garden Terror for Game 2. But for now, let's get ready to prepare and announce the teams.
There we go. Loading into the map, Dragonshire. Here in the blue trunks, we have Team ESV.Wildfire. Iacona on Rhaegar, Wargreymon on Falstad, Techie, who is Bims with a name change on Stitches, Pickles on Tassadar, and Poom on that Tyrael.
And on the side for Vexx Gaming, we have Sage playing as Vala, Glissa as Malfurion, Rabza playing Tychus with the Master Skin, and Iceboxed as Arthas. Last but not least, Crexus will be playing Chen Stormstout here in the top lane presently.
3, 2, 1.
Sorry, Skype's auto-muting my mic. I accidentally keybound. Well, I didn't accidentally. I keybound it yesterday, and then I hit it just then. And yeah. Okay, so here we go. Most of Team Wildfire heading toward that mid lane right now. We have Chen and Vala in their respective lanes. To see if Vexx is ready for this. With the Stitches, Bims lands some pretty crazy hooks. Does not end up grabbing anyone, but most of the team was there to try and capitalize if he did land it.
Yeah, I just like the attempt. I mean, it's really kind of just a blind hook going for it. If we get someone, great. If not, what does it cost? A little bit of mana. It's going to regen quite quickly here on Stitches. We see Rapsa posturing here. Poom is going to be hard to take out, but we have Icebox and Rapsa ready for a potential gank here. Double root with the Howling Blast and the Entangling Roots from Glissa, so it's a very scary combination, but Poom just going to dodge both of them like nothing. Just another walk in the park here.
He's a dancer in real life, man, Poom, so he's showing it in game. He's very graceful.
He is very graceful, a bearded, beautiful giant.
Yeah, I don't think anyone believed that he's actually a dancer. It would be impressive if he was, though, because that guy with that amazing beard would be a cool dancer. I'd watch him dance.
He would be a cool dancer. I had to watch him dance, too. Well, the shrines are up here. Iacona going to be grabbing the bottom shrine, and the top shrine will be contested by Crexus and Pickles. Looks like Pickles will get it for the start. Of course, Poom in the middle here on Tyrael will be able to attempt to grab the shrine, but it's very unlikely that Glissa will want to give it up for free.
And it looks like they might just get this one. Iacona going to be going for it. Poom is wailing on Glissa right now. Will he be able to keep up the delay? He keeps going for the loot. He's taking a lot of damage, though. Both teams are holding the shrines. Pickles isn't even taking damage in the top lane. And here comes most of Team Vexx, but not letting the Iacona going to dip out there. Poom going to jump away as well. Techie comes down. Iacona desperately wants to loot this. Tassadar does give it up in the top lane, and no more fighting for the shrine right now.
You know, nicely done by both teams. Iacona rotating up to try to attempt to get that, and then just we had the members of both Rapsa and Icebox come up rather quickly to give Glissa the hand once he needed it. Nicely done defending that first Dragonite, but you know, the game's dead even. Actually, no. As I say that, I look at the experience bar, and we have almost a full level advantage already in favor, just because of soaking of lanes a little bit better here on the side of ESV.Wildfire.
Wargreymon getting a little bit low here in the bottom lane. Will the Moonfire secure the kill? It does, but Icebox might have overextended. The healing ward is actually on Team Wildfire, but they do not secure the kill. Actually, there were 2 healing wards there, okay. But the Dragonite was secured in the time by Poom, so 1 kill for nothing, but the DK was secured.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good to lose that life on your team as it levels the levels are pretty even here at this point in the game, but having the Dragonite, they can put the pressure on this middle wall, damage away at those towers. Like we said, in pretty much every game we cast in Dragonshire, it's very unlikely we'll see any damage done to this fort, but the wall will be pressured with Dragon Breath.
Yep, and they should be able to get that down, no problem. They're being very patient with how he's pushing it, not taking too many tower shots, not taking too much damage from Vexx. See how he immediately backs off, does not want to get whittled down. Almost landing that hook there. Vexx in a pretty scary position. If that hook were to land, they would definitely lose a member there, as Glissa and Rapsa are both pretty low on HP. The root does land onto Poom. He's swinging away. Icebox going to go for the full retreat, now landing another breath there, and it is going to fall. Early Dragonites, super easy to kill there, as we just saw.
Yeah, nicely done. Glissa getting back up here as he is in fact very low, and rightfully so, needs to get some health and mana, but we have 3 members pushing here for ESV.Wildfire. Looks like they might want to grab these bottom giants and get some push on this bottom wall here. Iacona actually just throwing down a nice totem with the lightning shield to put some pressure on here, and Sage is just going to knock it down while the giants come up. 2 bribe sacks were used from Falstad.
levels pretty close right now. We do see about to have a level 8 versus level 7 lead in favor of Wildfire, but not a distance that's that big of a deal as long as Vexx keeps soaking experience and can get a pick or two, they can hit 10 around the same time. Wildfire are going to be looking to keep that lead, though. We're going to see how they want to capitalize on it. They got 2 sets of Siege Giants pushing this bottom lane here. Sage takes up one of the Giants on the bottom side. Wants to get the second one here, but has to be careful because if a hook lands through that small little hole, that would be huge. Sage going to have trouble getting away from that.
Yeah, I mean, if he did get hooked there, it would have been very dangerous indeed. Boom, just going to keep smacking away this tower here. Now they have 3 Giants pushing this bottom lane. They're going to do what they can to keep them alive. Knights were grabbed in the top 4. Vexx Gaming, those will keep the top lane pressured, but you know what? Pickles is going to continue.
Oh, the hooks. Hooks was laying on the ice blocks. Not the person he wanted. Thought he was just about to hit Tychus, but then get a healing ward going down to keep these Giants as alive as possible. Here comes Chen from the top. Tasser is still taking the top lane, defending against those these Knights and soaking experience for his team. Is going to keep that experience lead growing, and we'll have to see if they can get level 10 before a DK fight is happening, and if they can, that'll be a huge pushing advantage for Wildfire.
Yes, I mean, that's for sure. I mean, we have all the members here of ESV.Wildfire just continuing to pressure this bottom lane. Knights are available. The hook goes out, but not going to hit anything. Bims just seeing what he can get done. But the hooks, you know what? When it comes to hooks, it's always nice to throw them out. If it's off cooldown, you should be trying to get a hook, because if you can get that pick, you can get that kill, it opens up so many doors. Level 10,
there it is.
Oh, there
Judgment goes down, and I don't know if that gorge was necessary. I don't think there was much communication going on between the 2 teams, or between the 2 members. They both saw the opportunity and went for it to secure the kill. Not the biggest deal, though. They do get the kill, and now they're going to be able to push this bot lane pretty easily.
Yeah, well, we do have that level 10 advantage in favor of Wildfire right now, so Vexx has to be very careful. Sage just going to try to clean up these Giants on their side of the map, and we see multiple members of both teams rotating to the middle lane here.
Don't know if they're going to be able to push for this fort just now. Obviously, they want to contend for that Dragon Knight. Tassadar and Shen, man. That's got to be one of the most boring lanes to play in of all time. Neither of them can die.
Yeah, neither of them indeed. Both have a decent amount of efficiency. Chen Stormstout actually just has maximum efficiency, as he doesn't actually have a resource he can't replenish on his own. Raps are going to take some damage here from the hammer from Falstad, but not going to be enough to delay them here, because everyone from Vexx is rotating down except their Chen player.
Looks like they are going to secure the shrine, but there we go. Icebox popping that Army of the Dead. Odin is popped as well. Strafe doing some decent damage to Iakono. They're not going to secure that kill, though. 4 heroics have been used in this bot lane as Tranquility just about to fall. Bit of a preemptive Tranquility there from Glissa. They're pushing this wall down pretty hard now. Tassadar is here as well. Tyrael is in the top lane. Will the Archon be enough to secure kill? Glissa gets hooked. He's going to end up going down there. Icona being a little overextended there. Gets shielded. Going to have to back off. Will the chase secure another kill? Sage vaults away. Will they be able to get Icebox? He's right here body blocking for his teammate. Get the Gorge down. They're going to put him in an awkward position, and you are not getting away, sir.
Yep, that is in fact going to be a nice kill there on Arthas. 2 members down in that fight. Tyrael going to be taking a little bit of damage here versus Sage. He's got to back up as Rapsa comes in here to put on some pressure in the middle lane, making sure that they can keep the Dragon Knight available in the center, or keep it clear, even though top lane is, of course, being held by the Chen player presently.
Boom, sitting here in the middle lane, got Shen on him. Level 13 to level 11 right now. Just going to have to walk away slowly right now. Siege camps are about to be up, so Wargreymon already starting to take one of these camps here. Most of Team Vexx is sitting here in the mid lane, trying to figure out where they want to go, reacting to what camps are being taken. Tassadar are headed up to that top shrine.
Yep, like you said, we have many members here of Vexx. Looks like they want to try to get something done. Tyrael, not an easy target to kill, but they might want to try to get something done here. They have the double root, they have the Howling Blast, plus the Entangling Roots. Try to get something done, but of course, the hook goes down on Icebox here, and it's going to be a nice kill followed by Judgment and Shock and Awe. Beautifully done, just removing him from the fight. Boom is going to receive an ancestral healing, and it bims up in the front here, doing a lot of damage. It's not going to be enough with that Tranquility, as Crexus is forced to pop Panda Pals here. Rocking and Storm doing a lot of damage to just about everything. Wargreymon backing off, and Crexus is going to have to fall back as his Panda Pals are getting quite low.
The chase goes on, though. Crexus has to back off. Odin being a little bit overextended here. He does try and get away, but Iakono is on the chase, should be able to secure that kill, and they do end up getting a kill. And the DK is going to be taken here by Bims. A great team fight overall there. I love the synergy this team has. They land the hook. The Judgment comes, like Army of the Dead's pop, the Judgment comes in as right when the shock and awe goes off, keeping him stunned so he can't consume the ghouls to heal himself up to secure the early kill on Arthas.
They were doing such a good job securing kills that actually at the end of the fight there, they got a nice hook on Sage, but the team was already killing someone, so the hook wasn't even necessary because they already secured another kill, and they just weren't ready to turn onto Sage. So that's how decisive that fight was. Beautifully done engagement by every member there, and with these 3 giants, you can get a lot of pressure going to the bottom.
Sage is immediately starting to wail on them. Techie going straight for that core. Ancestral healing going down on them. 2 Siege Giants left. Poom is here as well. Sage getting really low. Poom going to help secure that kill. Arthas has to back off here. He still does not have Army of the Dead. Wargreymon getting a little bit overextended there.
Yeah.
Has to back off. Getting really low. They don't have Ancestral healing. It was used on the Dragonite. He's going to end up falling. Icebox, though, getting pretty low. He pops Army of the Dead, but just not in time. Going to end up dying there as well. Judgment goes down on Malfurion. He's going to fall. It is now a 3 versus 4. They still have 2 seconds on that Dragonite. Going to start just weakening this middle keep as much as possible. Don't think they're going to be able to push anymore. Level 16 to level 13 lead right now.
You know, Wargreymon did have a pretty big misplay there, using his dash aggressively and getting punished for it, but they turned it in their favor anyways. Very nicely done. And like you said, that's kind of the added bonus of an ability like Ancestral Healing, being able to use that on the Dragonite and just maintaining it for an extra period of time. Very, very nice.
Starting to wail on this middle fort here. Don't think they're going to be able to get. They're just going to go ahead and back off. Take a look at the hero damage done. Falset and Tychus in a close race right now. Of course, every game you see Stitches in, he's always near the top as well. Just having insane, despite being a warrior, he just puts up crazy numbers.
Many warriors can do that, and Arthas is definitely one of the best for sure. Going to be grabbing their knights here on the side of Vexx Gaming and retaliating with their knights here for ESV.Wildfire. Both teams just murking it up right now.
If Knights going to both teams right now, not much probably going to come from that, as both top forts are both equally defended. And we'll have to see where the fight is going to occur. We still have a few minutes on the shrines for DK. Will Bims be able to land a hook here? Combining that with Tastar gives him great vision. He does tumble away, but will they be able to get the kill? Texas coming up from above. Icebox is here as well. Most of the Heroics goes up. Wargreymon was fighting Sage at the top. Gets him at half HP.
Yeah, a beautifully, you know, that combination with the Oracle and the hook is so scary, and they got a nice hook, but the root was able to keep him alive. A hook goes out again. No dice this time. We're seeing Odin and Vexx going in.
Malfurion does have tranquility down, and not the best ult from Vala there. They're going for a full chase, so they do secure the kill on Tassadar, and the chase does continue here. Most of the heroics weren't up for Bims, but he does land a pull on Texas. Nice cast side there, just pulling them closer, and he does force the heroic there out of Chen. A 1-for-0 change, a trade. You know, finally a team fight looking really organized there from Team Vexx Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a beautiful shock and awe come out from Wargreymon, hitting everything, but the Tranquility just completely nullified it, and they were just able to continue pushing forward, getting a nice 1 advantage there, nice 1 kill advantage. But Catapults are going to be pressing through this bottom lane. Wildfire going to grab these giants on the left side of the map, and, you know, honestly, even their top lane is relatively pushed back.
Yeah, they're playing pickup duty right now. Still a nice lead here for Wildfire, but if they can keep team fighting like that, you know, most of the time they get into a team fight, it's because Wildfire is setting it up perfectly for their team. And there goes the Clairvoyance, immediately hitting Sage there, just putting a little bit of light damage on them. Team wasn't all ready to react. Tassadar's headed down now. Every heroic... Oh, no. We're missing a lot of heroics from Team Vexx Gaming.
So Wildfire has the heroic advantage in this initiation. All 5 members are there, and a nice hook on Glissa. The Gorge follow-up, and Glissa is going to be removed from this fight very easily. This gives no support left for Vexx, and Wildfire is going to be on the aggression. Judgment goes down on Crexus. Does he have Panda Pals available? Doesn't look like it. He's going to fall. Rapsa taking a lot of damage, actually coming in, trying to contest this shrine. A questionable play, throwing his life away anyways. He probably would have died, and Sage will barely live. Shock and awe, not enough to clean up the kill there.
20 seconds on Malfurion, 30 seconds on the other ones. It looks like they think this is enough time to try and end. Most of the heroics are down for Team Wildfire, but they have Ancestral and they have Archon. Archon immediately being popped here. They're going straight for that core. Will they be able to take it? Sage dancing to the side right now. Icebox going in the middle, straight to Wargreymon. 70% here. 0 seconds on Malfurion. He's up, but they still have 6 seconds on Chen. Will they be here to die? No, it will not be enough. Wargreymon gets popped up. 8% here, and Wildfire is going to take game number 1.
You know, just well done. all in all, a very, very nicely played game. Their initiations were on point. The Ancestral Healings just having ridiculous value every single time. Actually, we saw a lot of value out of Tranquility as well. With the changes to supports, I'm glad we're seeing a lot of these big heals picked up because, you know, in the last patch, it looked like, you know, supports were falling off. We were seeing a lot of double tank compositions because Uther lost Rewind, and a lot of healers lost that. So it's stuff like Ancestral Healing and Tranquility coming back into popularity, even though Tranquility was nerfed a little bit. So cool to see that happening on both sides of the game here, and a pretty decisive win on the side of ESV.Wildfire.
Yeah, it was really well played. Every team fight looked pretty crisp from them. They had one team fight where Vexx got the advantage, but I would say that was a pretty dominating game from Wildfire. They just had control of it the entire time, and their comp isn't they're like more of like a pip design comp. You know, you get the hooks, you get the judgment that immediately stun that target. And so you know you don't see those huge wipes very often, but they were still looking really solid in team fights.
Well, we do in fact know our next map here. Jared, you have it in the... I remember saying it, but I can't remember right now.
Garden of Terror.
Garden of Terror, yes, that is in fact the map that we have coming up next.
We're
going to be preparing...
Icebox hosts the map, so
Icebox hosts
you have to fix the overlay.
Not a big deal. I'll do that right now while the players get ready for the draft process here. It looks like we're going to have Vexx on the blue side for the next game. And ESV.Wildfire on the red side here. And as we set up the lobby...
I'm just going to tell Wildfire to host.
Do you think Vexx should try to deny Rhaegar from Wildfire? Because we saw that happening yesterday, even though this was a very different composition. It's very apparent that ESV.Wildfire is very fond of Rhaegar. We've seen them rocking Ancestral Healing in pretty much all their games over the last couple days here. And I think we'll probably see them go for it once again.
I don't know. It just depends on... I have no idea how Vex's playstyle is. I don't know how they draft. I mean, from seeing us, like from what I've seen of them, it's a very scary thing. Iocon's really good at Rhaegar.
Yes.
Does it deserve the respect ban in this specific matchup with how Wildfire is currently playing? I don't think so. Yesterday versus SMG, they were running a super duper tank heavy comp that like was just so frustrating. To like, oh look, these guys all have 8 health pools, and we're finally about to kill them. No, Ancestral Healing. So I don't know if it deserves the respect ban in this match. It's definitely an option though.
Well, we do in fact have the draft up and ready here, and we're going to pop right on over as Wildfire will be having the first ban in this draft.
Okay, good. Let me let them know where you are. Good to go. I don't have it open because I don't know why I still have 8 windows open, Jake. I need 2.
You need 2 windows open. Well, Nova is in fact going to be the first ban here on the side of ESV.Wildfire.
Yep, they just don't want to deal with it. I don't know if that maybe like they've done their research and that's something Vexx has been playing a lot with, so maybe they're just sniping something. Wow, Jake. I heard every bit of that. That was like as if the mic was inside of it. That was... I know the stream didn't hear it, but that was explosive in my... I heard everything.
Well, you know, when there's a pizza sitting next to you, you got to take a bite. Uther is going to be the ban here for Vexx Gaming.
The same bans as game number 1. I'm curious as to why they target ban the Uther. I guess it's just so they can, like, if they're pick 1, they can get Arthas. If they're pick 2, they can get whatever's left. So probably going to see an Arthas Tassadar pick coming up from Vexx off of that.
Yep, Tychus is going to be the first pick here for ESV.Wildfire. A very safe first pick. Like you said, Artho, very likely for Vexx Gaming. I mean, Icebox, probably.
I'd be shocked if they give up Tassadar too. Especially when they, like, with how much they play Rhaegar, if they got...
I'm surprised they haven't picked him already, because it just seems like such a clear pick to just grab Arthas Tassadar in this match right now. There's Tass. Rhaegar actually denied
sniping it.
Yeah.
The respect snipe.
All right. Well, I mean, obviously, with Tassadar and Rhaegar, Bloodlust becomes an option. That really opens the doors for Chen to be a really good option here in this matchup. Having the second health bar, having the transformation with Bloodlust is always a very scary thing to have. We'll see what they end up going with, but it's ESV.Wildfire's pick. They got two options here. Arthas still an available pick here, and you know, I don't think we'll see them go for that hyper tanky composition as they don't have Rhaegar available, but it doesn't mean Malfurion won't work for them because we've seen them play Malfurion before.
False Tyrael. I almost wanted to say that maybe they won't pick Arthas just because Wildfire is always... They've never done the meta. Like, they kind of play around the meta. You know, they don't do absurd things like Clairvoyant Gaming used to do, but they always kind of dance around it. So to give up Arthas for Tyrael Falstad, I'm not too shocked by it.
I mean, considering they still have Stitches, Arthas, Anubarak, and Diablo left in the tank pool here, I don't think they're too worried about their tank. So yeah, like you said, nice pickup here with Falstad and beautiful. You know, I mean, Falstad and Tychus together, that's a lot of range damage. And Tyrael able to go in with the Judgment, secure that kill. I mean, Judgment Shock and Awe is one of my favorite combos in the game. You just have the Judgment go on to one of their weaker players, and you follow up with the Shock and Awe, and it just does a ton of damage from afar. Pretty safe positioning for the Falstad, and then of course Tyrael is in the front line to follow up. Raynor, very cool hero, a hero that scales late into the game. Garden of Terror tends to be a little bit longer in terms of the game length, and Raynor is so strong towards the end of the game. Obviously not as strong as some other heroes early game. He's kind of like, I wouldn't say Nova scales back, but Nova's so terrifying in the early game. So yeah, I like the pick on Raynor and Chen.
This is a super tanky composition.
Yes,
like this is kind of like a reverse of, like this is what Wildfire's doing. Like with Raynor, you have the passive that helps keep him alive, and he's not the squishiest of the assassins. Then you got the Archon with the extra shielding. You got Chen, who like has 18 health pulls, and
yep. I mean, like we said,
man,
this is a Bloodlust comp. Like this is absolutely.
Iacono's giving me leaks. He says the Diablo's coming out just for me.
Oh my goodness, it's coming out. He's giving you the early leak information, so that's going to be at least one of their tanks. Obviously, they have Tyrael as a frontliner now. Is the Diablo pick true, or is he trolling you? We'll find out.
We're about to find out. We're about to find out, man. There's the Brightwing and the Dibbles. Oh, we're seeing it.
Wow.
We are seeing it. Oh, man. I was messaging, like, Iacono and I are friends. We play a lot, and I was messaging him, like, after game one, like, where was the Dibbles? I thought you guys wanted to prove me wrong. You were tweeting at me saying you want to do that. And he brought it out just for me. We'll have to see if it does pay off. And then Nova picked here as the last, as well as an Abathur. What?
Interesting.
This is a weird comp.
Anubarak is really interesting. It's
You mean Abathur?
I see Anubarak.
I see Abathur. Really? You see Anubarak? Really?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I got the wrong tab open.
Oh my goodness, Jared. Anubarak.
I had the snowflake one still open.
You silly man, you silly man. Yes, in fact, the last pick is going to be Anubarak here. So a very, very tanky composition with a lot of lockdown, a lot of stuns available. Poom will likely be rocking the Diablo on the side here for ESV.Wildfire. And guys, the game is just about ready as we're preparing to go on in. All the players are in the lobby. 9 out of 10 have readied up. Casters are ready. GLHF has been sent out. And guys, we are hopping into game number 2 between ESV.Wildfire and Vexx Gaming. Heroes Premier League, guys, hit that follow button. You can follow us individually. I'm at SolidJakeGG here on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. And Jared, where can they find you?
At IBD Zoya.
IBD Zoya on Twitter, and his Twitch is Zoya TV.
Yep. Loving the plugs, man. Thank you. But let's get into those introductions here on the blue side of the map as Jake has to fix the overlay.
Oh my goodness. No, it's fine. I did it preemptively. Vexx Gaming here on the left. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's get these introductions underway.
We have Vexx Gaming Sage on Raynor, Rafsa on Tassadar, Glissa on Rhaegar, Icebox on Anubarak, and Chen played by Crexus.
Crexus just hanging out in the well for a little bit. Nice and warm in there. And War Greymon will be playing as Tychus this game, as Bims playing as Falstad. Poom on Diablo, of course, Pickles rocking Tyrael, and last but not least, Iacona playing the support as Brightwing.
Okay, the Dibbles play, man. The Dibbles play is here. They proved lots of people wrong yesterday. That Lightning Breath isn't as bad as everyone thinks. They took a game off of Symbiote Gaming. They have dropped 4 maps in their history of competitive play, and one of those maps was to Lightning Breath Diablo yesterday.
Which is awesome, might I add, and I loved seeing that match. Easily one of my favorite matches from yesterday, and I'm excited to see Lightning Breath again today. Having that makes it a very different beast of a spell compared to what it used to be, and I'm glad to see Poom being a guy pioneering it.
Yeah. We'll have to see. If he actually busted out this game, wouldn't be shocked if he did. Apocalypse without setup is just so hard to do.
Well, they are. Yeah, they're up
Ooh.
against a very tanky
Crexus.
team. And Crexus, wow, falling already. Very nicely done by Trekkie. The grenade pushing Crexus back just enough from Wargreymon, and the damage between Bims and Wargreymon is going to be enough to secure that kill.
Yep. We're going to have to see if they're going to be able to keep up that aggression. You know, with the Rainer play, you have to play very safe and conservative. You know, at level 7, he gets a little bit better with that Stinger attacks, but until he gets the later talents, his damage is okay. But the difference, it's like kind of like a Zeratul late game. Zeratul has the ganking presence, but his damage doesn't start scaling until late game.
Well, right now we actually do see Bims and Wargreymon. Of course, Bims is Trekkie here gathering some seeds, and they're going to gather 15 more in just a moment here. Currently, seeds being split relatively evenly on the map as Vexx Gaming is trying to secure these seeds on their side, but it looks like a few were stolen, so a slight seed advantage will go in favor of Wildfire.
And they're going to keep duking it out here in the top lane. They got most of theirs up here. Pickles and Icona still full health after that small little engagement. No one's starting the giant plant terrors just yet. We have Iceblocks and Glissa roaming quite a bit here. They want to put pressure on this top lane here. Iceblocks coming from back. I don't know if this is like an actual ganking squad though between the two of them. They're going to go for the stun, but I mean, Brightwing just has so much passive healing that it's like unless you have real damage, like these guys aren't even being touched.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, they're just sitting there at top health, constantly. Poom just going to keep pushing back this lane. And yeah, they're just going to keep swinging away here in the top lane between Pickles and Icona.
Waiting to see which team will make a move for those plant terrors first. Neither of these squads are super gank heavy. Like, as you can see, no one is really roaming. Just because, I mean, I guess you could have like a Diablo Tyrael roam squad. Maybe like Diablo Tychus, but that's it from Wildfire.
Poom actually dancing in the middle of the map here. I love it.
Man.
Showing
I love
that
it
Diablo dance.
Ooh, Trekkie actually catching them and doing the Giants here. Gonna get them reset as most of Wildfire responds and gonna end up stealing them themselves. No stopping that here. Vexx Gaming gonna lose the Giants.
Yeah, Knights were leashed there, but they're back in their proper place. Pickles doing a lot of work here against Glissa. Glissa trying to defend this top lane, but Pickles showing how strong Tyrael is when it comes to laning.
Tyrael for the longest time was considered the best 1v1 laner in game. Now with the addition of both Zagara and Shen, they definitely put up a really good fight against him. And I mean, even then, those Tyrael's just so scary to lane against.
He can go toe-to-toe with anyone, that's for sure, while all 3 lanes are just being soaked up by every team. Making sure to keep that experience relatively even, but we do have a half-level advantage from that 1 kill in favor of ESV.Wildfire.
Weird little dance around the gank here. Icebox getting surrounded on here. 4 members of Team Wildfire going straight in on him. The knockback does happen. Icebox isn't getting away, even with that Taskar shield. Crexus dives in here onto Poom. There goes the slam onto stage. They're trying to weaken him down here. There's the passive healing him back up, and no more kills should be secured. Actually, Trekkie flying straight over here. Going to go for that beautiful body block. No passive to save him, and 2 kills going to Wildfire.
So well done. I mean, Icebox had that clutch burrow charge, getting a nice initiation, but Poom just shadow charging him back into the wall here and securing the kill, allowing them to just continue pressing on forward, and the flying forward from Bims, securing that 2nd kill on Rainer. Beautifully well done initiation by ESV.Wildfire.
Wildfire having a nice level lead right now, about to be level 9 to level 8 here. Here comes Tasker coming down to scout what's going on. Icebox diving in on Poom, but not really accomplishing much. And there, I mean, Wildfire is just doing a great job of controlling seeds. Like you said, they're 6 away from their next plant terror, and They are losing so much experience top lane. I guess Glissa is just getting a little bit over eager there and keeps taking too much damage. This is the second time he's had the back in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're falling behind more and more. Level 10 is going to be hit first for ESV.Wildfire here. Poom and Wargreymon securing some Giants, giving them even more experience, pressing them closer to 10 with every minute here. And they're going to soak all 3 lanes till they hit 10. Actually, no, just as I say that, we see them rotating up towards this plant terror. They only need 6 more seeds for their terror. They want it, but Vexx Gaming is posturing to defend.
Here they come in. Chen drives straight in onto Poom. The stun lands on him as well. Here comes the burrow charge in. Not much damage is being done to Poom. There he's starting to drop now as Iacona wasn't there from the start. Will he end up falling? The Tyrael shield might save him. No, he does end up going down. Crexus being a little bit overextended. Does not happen to go down there. And level 10 is so close here for Wildfire. They're just waiting for that passive experience to begin. And there it is. They do have level 10. They have heroics, and Vexx Gaming has to back off 1-for-1 trade, but all of these seeds going over to Wildfire.
And yes, I mean, Poom fell there, but they got enough seeds for a terror. Poom's just going to hop right on into that garden terror. ESV.Wildfire getting a little aggressive here, going into the jungle of Vexx. Glissa is going to see it right here. Will Vexx respond? No, it looks like they realize they're going to be a little bit too late here. Are they going to poke to see? No, Glissa falling back. No kill going to happen there. And a nice gank on their Giants. Level 10 about to be achieved for Vexx Gaming.
Yep, they desperately want this level 10, and they have it now, so they can team fight against this plant terror. Poom going to the bot lane, and all 4 members of Wildfire are at the top half. They're putting split push pressure on, and Vexx has to decide where they want to defend. They are going top lane to defend against this push. It's a Nubarak versus the plant terror in the bottom.
5v4 in favor of Vexx in the top lane, but you know what? They're just trying to buy time for their terror. 4v4, you're right, excuse me, I didn't see Icebox here in the bottom. He's defending by himself, and you know, Poom just doing work here with the plant terror. Icebox getting poly nicely done.
Really smart job from Wildfire to split up these 2 teams, and making sure that no one from Vexx can leave it. Because even if just one member wins, it just suddenly becomes Judgment, and you have to Odin and Shock and all that, and there's someone's going to get evaporated. All 4 have to be there. Poom takes on the wall in the bot lane. Don't think we're going to be seeing any team hard engage anytime soon. They're just waiting for one team to overextend just by a little bit.
You know, the tanky composition that Vexx has here, it makes it pretty difficult to find that perfect, you know, opportunity for the Judgment Shock. But we see it going down here on Raynor. He's falling quickly, but the passive is going in effect, healing him up there. The Bloodlust is down. Archon doing a lot of work. Handfell's going off, and Jared take it away.
Well, Glissa is here leading the charge here. Techie should be fine, though. Sage still on the backline, can't get overextended there. Wargreymon pops that Odin. Blink kill keeping up Techie. Pickles doing some decent damage here in the bot lane and going to force them to back off. You know, Bloodlust is great because you get that movement speed. It allows you to chase a little bit, but Sage was just too low. He's a bulk of their damage in this fight because right now with these 4 members, most of their damage is going to be coming from Tastar at this point, and he just wasn't getting enough hits in.
Well, we see Bims is starting here on these Knights on their side of the map. 1 bribe stack is used here as you're going to clear up the rest. Will he use? Does he even have the 2nd bribe stack available? Doesn't look like they're going to be using it in this event. Brightwing and Diablo pressing down. This fort will fall, and Vexx Gaming is going to get some Giants on their side of the map.
Jake, I'm pretty salty right now.
The salt?
The salt is real. They took Apocalypse. They didn't take Lightning Breath.
No.
They're supposed to be proving me I was wrong about Lightning Breath, but they didn't do it.
Well, looks like Wildfire is here to win, realizing that Apocalypse is the better option because they do need the stun here. You have the follow-up, especially if you have the Judgment followed by an Apocalypse. That's that guaranteed kill, as they did fail to secure the kill on Raynor in that initiation. I think it's the smart decision.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Lightning Breath
I'm
is
not going
cool
to argue
see,
that.
But you know what, Jared? Maybe you'll get a game 3. Who knows?
Well, Icebox is diving in here on Wargreymon. Pickles trying to peel. There's the Apocalypse. The stun does happen. Hits everybody with that Apocalypse. Icebox going to get immediately evaporated. Checkie's going for the chase on Rax, but Crexus does not have his rock up just yet. There's the polymorph. Will they be able to secure the kill? He's going in full retreat, and he is going to fall. Great team fight. Didn't even have Diablo there, just the global Apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, that's the strength of that heroic. Diablo's in the middle lane, just doing his thing, doing his own thing, just throws out Apocalypse, hitting multiple members, doing a lot of work, and getting a few kills in favor of ESV.Wildfire. They've got a full level advantage here. Actually, they've got 2 levels on Vexx Gaming, 6 kills to 1.
Yeah, and now they're getting full control of the seeds here. They're up to 71 to 39 right now. If Vexx doesn't start getting seeds right now before they're all taken, they're not getting a plant here. That's going to be 2 in favor of Team Wildfire, and that's not something you want to do.
Nicely done by Brightwing, just bribing those Giants, denying the XP and denying the ability for those to push the lane. They'll get cleaned up by Glissa right quick, and we have Knight coming here. Plant Terror is growing, in fact, for ESV.Wildfire.
And we have all of Vexx Gaming here poised in the bottom half. They want to get seeds here. They desperately want to win this to see if they will be able to do that, as most of Wildfire is still on the top half. Only Iacona and Techie here to delay, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it on their own. The team is starting to collapse down here. Iacona doing a good job of sniping as many of the seeds as he can, using Blink Kill to mobilize himself pretty well. And here we go. Judgment goes down onto Glissa. Boom. Goes for the challenge. There is the Rhaegar Bloodlust. And will it be enough damage there? An okay shock and awe there from Techie. We do see that Tyrell has fallen here. Rhaegar about to fall as well. Archon goes down as well. Currently a 2-for-1 trade. Krex is getting pretty low. There is the split though. Iacona in that Ice Block Wargreymon going for the chase on the stage. The passive healing him up a lot. Will he be able to get out of there? Iacona bouncing out of there, and now it is suddenly a 4-for-1 win. Will they be able to get Shen?
You know, that was such a close engagement, but Brightwing started to get focused down, showing how strong of an ability Ice Block being, the Blink Heal, the Regenerative Brains, just doing a lot of work throughout that fight, and just giving that additional sustain, because they were able to delete Rhaegar relatively early in the fight, and having Brightwing's healing throughout the fight when Vexx Gaming didn't have that, was able to give them that edge. And of course, you can see Tychus' self-healing. It's pretty absurd.
Yeah, it heals so much, man. If we look at the healing done, he has healed. Where is he? I can't read right now.
Yes, Tychus' healing is 2,300. It's not that much, but 23,000 coming out of Brightwing with 19,000 coming out of Glissa here. Just Brightwing's Regenerative Reigns and her Pulse healing getting a lot of value here.
It's hard to beat a Brightwing healing, just because the passive is constantly going up. But we have a team fight here in the mid lane as the Plant Terror is wanting to push up on this lane there. The Polymorph does go down, doesn't hit anybody. Boom, throwing down the W. Krex is poking in here, gets Polymorph taking a lot of damage. Will the follow up? Brightwing Polymorph being up to the kill, and it does go down. Great job so far from Wildfire there, wanting to take this forward. Boom, there goes that Judgment, and immediate shock and all from great synergy between those two there. Rapsa gets body block. The Smite pushes everyone back. The Polymorph hitting multiple people. Icebox tries to get out there. He does end up getting out there. Will Sage be able to pull it off? The Polymorph does hit, and Odin doing a lot of damage over the wall, but those three members are alive for now.
Man, Pickles positioning there, going forward with the Smite and just cast deciding, knocking him back. So beautifully done, just allowing them to secure that kill and keep the pressure on tenfold, because that was, I mean, honestly, the positioning is on point here for every member of ESV.Wildfire. They are playing like they are here to win this event. Well, I suppose it's a league and not an event, but here to win this match today.
No matter what, you always want to win. They never want to give up matches. Try hard 24/7. But they took Apocalypse, so, you know, obviously not trying that hard.
Clearly not trusting in the letting rest of this team. We have the Bloodlust going down here. Apocalypse doing a lot of work, hitting many members, doing like just allowing to flip this engagement, pretty much denying a lot of time on the Bloodlust. Oh my god, the Storms are doing work as well here. Boom is coming down to peel it the best he can. Wargreymon is walking back, but you can see that Hammer just doing massive damage. Fallside is so strong at this point in the game. The Judgment securing the kill, and Wargreymon just going to keep plowing away at Sage and Krexus. It's going to be another 5 for none. I can't believe it. They're just going to be able to end the game here. The death timers are long enough. This keep is down, and they are going for the kill. Krexus, he's going to fall.
And they're going to go straight for that kill. They have 8 seconds on the Rhaegar, 9 on a new Barak. I mean, it was looking like an initial good start there for Team Vexx Gaming, but Wildfire, I mean, that Apocalypse, I think, hit all 5 members, at least saw 4.
Yeah, at least hit 4, I agree. I don't know if it hit everyone, but man, it really just allowed him to flip that fight. Pretty much denied the Bloodlust entirely. Actually, we saw a Bloodlust at the end. Was Bloodlust not used? Was it just Archon with no Bloodlust?
Well, this has a long cooldown, man.
Wow, so
like
they
2
didn't even
minutes.
have Bloodlust in that. I thought they Bloodlusted in because I saw the Archon, so I just assume that's typically how it works. Wow, very interesting. I mean, maybe that would attribute, because having the extra move speed usually will allow you to get out of something like Apocalypse, but it wasn't there. Well done. That's a 2-0 victory in favor of ESV.Wildfire, just taking a very decisive match here against Vexx Gaming. Their win streak will move forward to 3 wins, and the streak for Vexx Gaming will actually be a 3-loss losing streak on their side.
Yeah, it was really well played there from both teams. I think Vexx really overstepped there, that they weren't ready for that engagement right away.
Yeah, if you don't have Lust, I mean, you kind of have to stall it out.
The cooldowns don't sync. You know, Archon, I believe, is 90 seconds, maybe 100. And I know that Bloodlust is 2 minutes. So they did not engage without it. They're the ones that started that fight, so they should have either let them walk away or waited for the Bloodlust. But they did not have it up for that fight. And would it have made a difference? I don't know. It definitely would have been a complete wipe like that.
Right. No, I mean, I would agree, because Lust makes a huge difference. I mean, it's a very crucial part of their composition. And, I mean, not having it, that's pretty tough. But, guys, that is going to be a 2-0 victory for ESV.Wildfire, and we're going to be preparing for our last match of the day between Glorious Gaming and Team Blame Game. Jared, we plugged once. Let's plug ourselves again while we plug Nexus Champ. While we're at it, where can people find you online?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, IvyZoya. I usually make a tweet out whenever I do anything. And then I do a lot of content on twitch.tv/ZoyaTV and just heroes all the time, multiple events. Tomorrow I am doing King of the Nexus in week 5. It's King of the Hill show match series. SMGs are current running champions, and they're playing Team Cloud9 tomorrow. We'll be casting it over at Zoya TV at 8 Eastern. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I am Solid Jake. You can find me at SolidJakeGG on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. And of course, feel free to hit that follow button here. Subscribe if you guys want to help support everything HPL is doing. They're doing a lot of awesome stuff for competitive Heroes of the Storm, providing just quality matches every single week here. Guys, we'll be back with Glorious Gaming versus Team Blame Game, our last match of the day, in just a few minutes.